So hello, Sharon. How is it going for you and the band at the moment?
It's going very well, thank you. We're actually being on tour again, which feels really nice to be out there and meet people and be doing what you love doing, of course, and what we have been doing for so many years and we couldn't do for such a long time due to Corona, of course. Yeah.
So obviously, last summer you played very few shows, and one of them happened in Kuopio at Kuopio Rock.
Yeah.
So what kind of experience that was for you?
Well, it was amazing because it was like being let out of a cage from the Netherlands, like being not allowed to do anything and then going to Finland. And because this was like a month that they opened up everything. And then after we left, I think Finland, everything closed again. So it was like a time frame of a few days that we were like in and out. And it was strange because it was only one show that we had and one in the Netherlands as well. And that was it. So you get started and then you are back in the cage again. You can't play anymore. So it was a bit schizophrenic in a way, but I loved it for those 2 days. Yeah, it was amazing.
So did it feel like rusty to go on stage after such a long pause and then try to do a normal festival show after that?
Yeah, it did feel a bit rusty, but we did practice like in a special, on a few days before we went into those shows, just to get into the feel again, because it's so strange. You can do this at home and play along with everything, and you know the songs by heart. But when you're on the stage, you have to communicate, and then say, oh yeah, this is how it works to communicate again. See, I didn't speak to many people those 2 years, except for some interviews here and there, and on stage it's different than a normal interview or anything. So you really have to prepare yourself a little bit and to get to think about how it did it work again. Also, like, oh, this is how it works. Yeah, now I know. And then after those 2 shows that you were finally in it again, it's like
So does the life feel like sort of normal again, since all the festivals in Europe are happening and you have also been playing quite a bunch of shows already?
Yes, it does feel like normal for us because there's no keeping distance anymore. Of course, people are more aware. Of course, they keep distance in a certain way. But if you see that crowd, they're just packed all together. It's really like old times. So it really feels good.
Have you tried to sort of still stay away from the fan contact, or have you tried to live like as normal life as you can?
I've tried to live life normal as I can, but also be aware of the fact that it is dangerous to be maybe in contact with a lot of people that you don't know that well. Maybe just instead of hugging people, hey, it's like more handshake from a distance bit, but still communicate in a warm way. That's important, I think.
So you will be coming also to Finland once again this summer. You will be playing in Himos Metal Festival, and it's actually a new festival in Finland. There's quite a bunch of new ones in Finland during the summer.
Oh, that's a good sign actually, that there are so many new festivals coming up.
So how much are you looking forward to getting back to play, and what kind of set list can we expect from you? I guess it's most likely almost a headline show that you do here.
I have to think about it. I think so, yes. And the other thing is that what we're going to do is, we did release a lot of new stuff, so we want to bring that on the table as well. I remember last year when we played in Finland, we did play some new songs as well, and it really felt it really went in well with a lot of them fans watching. So that was nice, and so we're gonna bring some new stuff as well. We have written quite some stuff actually, so we have to make a choice what we're gonna play and how long we can play in which set list we're gonna play for you guys. So, and also looking back on last year, like, okay, we played already that, maybe change some songs here and there.
So obviously you will be dropping a new song, Don't Pray For Me, next week.
Yes.
So will that be also on the set list?
I'm really gonna try. I know that I don't think we have a lot of time rehearsing with the band, but I'm gonna try to do so because I love the song very much, and I think it has a very strong message, and I think people are always hungry, you know. I myself am very hungry to new stuff, hearing from bands I like. So if you're a fan, I can imagine you want to hear it. So I'm gonna really try my best to do so.
So what can you tell us about the track itself?
The track itself, it's a very, very clear message. I think it's a song about the fact that you want to live your life the way you want to live it, and it's a lot of times when you in life, there are always people that try to tell you how to live your life, and if it's religion or any other aspect in life. But I think that people should let people be and consider them as wise people enough to find their own way and their own way in whatever they want to believe, into whatever they want to believe, instead of putting it really forcing them to do it in a certain way. And that's what the song is about. It's like, just don't pray for me, I'll pray for myself, or I don't pray for myself, but I'll do whatever I want to do, how I want to do it.
So is it going to be like a heavier track or mellow track, or?
It has it's a very typical invitation track, I think, meaning like but then with a lot of modern influences. So it could be like a classic song, to my opinion, a classic with invitation, like big, epic, but very heavy and a very dark. It's very dark actually, but it's also because when we were writing this, it was really like we wrote a lot of songs last year, and they all became very dark. So this is one of the few that's going to be on the next album for next year, and they really have this gloomy, dark atmosphere. So it's going to be a way darker than we've done, like Entertain You, which is more in your face. But this is more epic and orchestral and stuff, like, again, like we used to.
So does this time sort of influenced you to write like more darker stuff?
Yeah, because you see a lot of things changing, not talking about Corona, but more like the abortion law in Poland, and things happening now also in America, that people are always, you know, there's a lot of things changing that I don't really support. And so it's a lot about those kind of things that influence me, but also the war in Ukraine, but also you know, the attack we played last week in Oslo, and there was this attack on this gay bar. So I feel that some things in the world are changing again, but then backwards. Some it's like and there's so much to write about, and and I'm only one person, and the band's also a lot of individuals who feel very powerless by all these changes that I have a different view on. So, and that makes you, well, for me, I have the luxury to put it in the music and to express myself in a certain way, and that gives me it relieves me that I can talk about it and those kind of things. Although I know that there's a lot of people that think differently, and you have to take your words in consideration of how they look at these subjects. And but it's just that I feel that people should give other people the freedom to think for themselves and make their own choices, so they will be happy too, in a way, instead of being put under pressure in a certain way, if it's parents or friends or whatever.
The video dropped off.
Oh.
Now it's on again.
Oh,
but yeah,
sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. I was going to ask you that, do you actually like talk with your bandmates that what topics are sort of okay to write lyrics about? Since obviously those, as you mentioned, all these topics that we just discussed are quite like sensitive topics as well.
Yeah, totally. Well, as I write most of the lyrics, I do tell them afterwards, like, okay, this is what I was talking about, and we have discussions about that. So but I'm really happy to say that I think we're all thinking the same way, maybe also because we have the same background, more or less. And we do talk about these subjects when we're on tour with each other, the things that bother us, and about politics, things happening in the news. So and then you come, you know, then I also know that people are in the same view. It's not like I'm telling people to think in a certain way. It's more of an open discussion for me in the songwriting. It's more how I look at things and I feel things, and I'm really happy to say that they are totally understanding where I'm coming from.
So as you already mentioned, you have been writing tons of music during this pandemic time. So how much music do you actually have ready, and what's the plan with the next album? You mentioned that it's going to be out sometime next year.
Yes, it is. We don't have an official date yet, but we are working as we speak still on finishing songs. And of course, we have released a lot of songs during the Corona time. Those songs are going to be on the album as well. So I think we have to finish up like a third still, and we're going to do that in the beginning of next year. And somewhere next year we'll release the whole full new album with the songs that we already released, of course.
Will there be also guests on the album, or is it going to be just you?
At this moment, it's just going to be me.
Okay.
but
because
maybe
you have done quite a lot of collabs in the past.
Yeah, I know. I love collabs, and if there is a song that I think we can add someone to it that will bring something really new to the table, that I think is gonna give, which happened of course in the past, like with Exhibit, with so many other people, and Tarja, you know. So it's like that's the reason why we've asked people. They bring something that we don't have, like crossover. That's the best thing you can have, of course.
Yeah, you have always had quite good guests in your songs. That those guests make quite big difference in a way.
Yeah, it does. They have a certain sound in their voice, and that's what I like, or rhythm, how they sing it.
Yeah, I feel that those guests sort of have the purpose in the song, because it's so easy. So easy to glue a guitar riff into a song and just say that we have Slash on this song, and then it's sort of like you can hear it, that it's sort of glued there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not the way it should be. It should be like natural way that, hey, this needs this, and then you ask, and if it's okay, then it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Because in the past, of course, we had Robert singing when we started with Invitation, and he was having the raw sound, and I was more the angelic kind of voicing. And then you had this combination. But now, you know, he's been gone for quite a while. Then we have been searching for some vocalist to fill that part up. You know, it's like that, because I can't grunt or anything. I don't have that rawness in me. So it's like I would love to though, but it's quite a distance from where I am. So it's so that's why we always ask people to fill in that part.
So you didn't have any growling lessons during the pandemic?
No. Didn't feel any inspirations to do that. I think there's so many people can do that better than me. Why should I do it all? You know, like I'm already working very hard on stage.
Yeah, for sure. So before we wrap things up, I want to ask you a bit, since you will be playing 3 shows with the almighty Iron Maiden before you come to Finland.
Yeah.
How much are you actually looking forward to rocking with them?
Yeah, very much. Well, of course, we have been on tour with them a few times before this, but it's always a pleasure. And you know, they have a new stage and everything. I saw pictures of it. I can't wait to see it live.
I've already seen the show twice.
Oh my God, you're a real fan.
Yeah, they played in Rockfest in Finland, and then where you also played a couple of years ago, and then they played also in Copenhagen. I was guest for that festival, so. I've seen this show already twice, and it looks amazing. So.
Oh, great! Yeah, I can't wait to see it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And the bandmates are all like huge fans of Iron Maiden, so they're gonna be in front of the stage singing every song, and I'm gonna be there as well, just gonna enjoy myself, just looking, you know, and everyone, and the stage and the songs. It's gonna be such nostalgic and also new stuff. I'm gonna really look forward to that. So I'm really happy, and feel very honored. That's the best word to say, that we were asked to go with them on tour.
So speaking about like Iron Maiden, have they like ever been an influence to you on a personal level, or where have you actually drawn like your own influences?
Well, we had this album, of course, called The Unforgiving, and we were very much inspired by bands that we grew up with. And of course, one of the songs is In the Middle of the Night and Iron. And those songs are really, of course, inspired by Iron Maiden. And there are more songs on it that we also were inspired by other bands. So it's like a way of honoring them in a way, I guess, because yeah, they did shape us in the way we, you know, it's like a lot of stones make a wall that we are today. And I think there are all of those influences did put their impact on us. And I think, yeah, so it's, and I still love playing those songs, and I love those bands still. That's really strange, how you grow up as a teenager, that the bands that influenced you at that time, still you love them still. You never let them go. It's like Iron Maiden, but also Nirvana. You know, I grew up, Tori Amos for me also, and so it's like those bands we grew up with. It's they're part of your DNA in a way. So how cool that you can play with them, at least with Iron Maiden now. So that's the best.
People hate me for this, but I'm grown up like as a teenager for the nu metal era. So I will be seeing Korn tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be seeing Korn also on Friday. I'm gonna swap a festival in Finland since they're playing Juso. So I'm gonna see them actually 3 times during this summer.
Oh
so
my God, that's nice.
I'm catching up again since I lost them in 2 years. So yeah.
Yeah, you should. That's just the best, right? It's like filling yourself with music again and experiencing, yeah, sort of a lost emotion that you haven't been able to have in 2 years. So that connection with music.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot, Sharon, for the interview.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to catching up with you in August when you are coming back to Finland. Anything you want to say to the Finnish fans?
Well, just they're always a pleasure to play for, and I'm really looking forward to coming back to Finland, to your beautiful country, beautiful people, and can't wait to rock with you guys when we do come to Finland. So stay cool. See you there.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It was.
Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Well, thank you very much, and take care in the heat.
Yeah, I will.
A lot of ice cream, huh?
I'll go outside, so it's good.
Okay, that will be better. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
take care. Bye.